The moment you walk in the door, you just feel like you belong. She just creates a warm, loving environment, and you can tell every kid feels that they belong there.
She made me feel really safe in class, like I could talk to her about anything in my life, whether it was at home, at school, or anything happening in my life.
She wants students to feel successful. She's able to do that because students are not afraid to make mistakes in here. They know that this is a safe space. They know that mistakes make our brain grow. They know that if they get an answer wrong, they are not going to get in trouble. It's encouraged. They're encouraged to talk to each other. They're encouraged to respectfully disagree with each other. And just all of those things put together help make this environment really safe for students to be able to feel good about themselves.
When you make a mistake, she doesn't say like it's wrong or anything. She points it out and makes us feel better because we can fix our mistakes, and she says our mind is growing because we made that mistake.
We always joke with Sarah because she has a hard time saying no to anything. Anytime there's a new committee, Sarah's always the first person to volunteer for it. She's on the early literacy committee. She's on the math adoption committee. She's on the assessment revision committee. She's one of the main people who brought secret stories to our school, which then brought into our school district.
And she does outside learning for early literacy as well, the letters program. And she was one that was championing that before the rest of us even knew it was happening. She's like, I'm going to this thing, and it's a lot of time, but it's a lot of great stuff. But she's always willing to go that next step and learn more things that will better Tracy Unified.
Sarah wants to be the best teacher she can be. So she's always searching for new ideas, new things, what best practices are. And just with her positivity and her relentlessness, everyone wants to jump on board because you know that whatever she is putting out there is going to be good for kids.
When she's really passionate about something, she's just going to keep after it and try to get as many people on board. She's also really great at keeping data and updating the data and then sharing the data with district, with principal. This is what we're doing. This is what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of growth.
Having a teacher like Sarah just transforms our school culture. It's an honor to be able to teach with her. I never have any doubts that she genuinely cares for students and she wants what's best for them.
I struggled in math, and she would be very kind if we got a question wrong. I'd be like, I got this question wrong, all that stuff. And then she would just help me with it, and she made math more fun. So as the school year went on, I got way better at math, and I feel great about math now.
I had a student write me a letter last week, and he said, every time I see you, you make me smile. And I wish I could be in school for 100 years. And you make my day a true day. And I went, wow, okay, if I did that, I did my job today. And that's really what my goal is that every child feels important. Every child feels acknowledged. I read a quote many, many years ago, and I can't say who it was, but it was, teach me that you care before I care what you teach. And so it's always been a priority in building relationships with kids, and being here for them has always just really been like, that's why I'm here.
She just loves her students. She says it all the time. She'll send me texts and shows, like if she's just given a reading assessment and she has her students that have moved up levels, and she'll send me them like I know when she's given an assessment because she will send me an update, and she's just so proud. But it's not proud for herself, it's proud for them.
A lot of times she'll come up to me when we're on the way to lunch and go, oh, by the way, James in your class was on fire today. He's got this sound pattern down. He was reading really rapidly. So, shouting out kids in front of them is like, whoa. They're always like, smile from ear to ear when you make a public display of how well they're doing.
There's always something to be celebrated when it comes to growth. And I think it's super important because it's encouraging, it fuels the work that we do, and it builds up students as well. I really admire how she's able to take time to do that and celebrate students exactly where they are.
Being ready and meeting them where they are, I think, is something she is phenomenal at. And if she gets a group that she's like, what do I do with them? It's not it's a lost cause. It's well, this is just a challenge for me to figure out how to help them the best. I think that's the powerful piece, is because no matter what groups enter her classroom, like, she will figure out what is best for that group of kids.